Hello and welcome to your Biological Sciences BSc 1005. I am Professor Fevers, and the purpose of this video is to help you navigate the course, know where everything is, and make sure that you are successful. First thing you should do is go to your syllabus, and there are two ways in which you can do that. This uh, icon will take you directly there, but also notice there's the drop down menu in here. If you go to modules and go to the first module, which is where all the information for this course is accessible, you can actually use it. But let's go ahead and use this one, as it will take us straight to the syllabus. This is the detailed syllabus. In there, you have the information for the required material to be successful in this course. You are required to have the access code for this textbook. It is the Biology, the Core. This is the third edition. Uh, Access code is required. It gives you access to the electronic portion of the book. It also gives you access to the activities, classwork activities, as they are described on the modules. These classwork activities have material that will help you deepen your knowledge and understand the concepts in order to complete your assessments. The access code, if you don't have it immediately, you are allowed to register for a temp. Uh, so I think it's 2 weeks. It allows you to have a temporary access for 2 weeks so that you don't fall behind. In those 2 weeks, you are required to purchase the access code. It will actually start granting you access after those 2 weeks. And so it is actually a good idea to get it before then. Next thing on the list, make sure you email me back by May 13th, that's next week, letting me know that you have reviewed these syllabus. Also, make sure you have completed the first task, which is your introduction on a discussion forum. I'll go over it in a few minutes before that date. The next thing I want to discuss is the withdrawal deadline. It's June 27th for this course. I don't expect anyone having to do that. If you follow the instructions, this is an easy course. Purpose of this course is to further develop your critical thinking skills, and I have designed the course to make sure that we accomplish that goal with the biological concepts that you need to learn, but make it student friendly. That's why I am doing this video, to make sure you know where everything is and how to complete everything. But I know things may happen that for which you will need to withdraw the class. Hopefully not. But as you do, deadline is June 27, and you will have to do that following the instructions on that link. Hopefully you will not have to use that. If you continue to go further down, there's a lot of information with a lot of links, a lot of resources that will help you get through this course should you need them. They are there for you guys to look at and use them. Let's jump into how do you get the grade for this course. Well, there are 4 exams. Comprehensive questions exam, 50 questions each one of the exams. And this is about 32% of your total grade. Those exams, I will give you instructions on how to complete them because they're a little bit different from completing the quizzes. There are 7 quizzes, as you can see in there. There's 30 points each of those quizzes, and those are to make sure we keep track of our learning and comprehending concepts. The classwork activities I talked to you about from the access code of the book, those are to deepen your knowledge, make sure you understand the concepts, to practice and apply the knowledge on those learned concepts. And discussion forum, There are 9 of them. Interesting stuff. We discussed what we learned. We talked about what we learned. You will be sharing with your classmates and expressing your knowledge as you are learning. And I will jump into those from time to time. They're a lot of fun. I love those. And then there's a typo in here, as you can see, it should say final exam. There's a final exam, 200 points at the end of the course. And I think that's it. That's actually your grade for this course. And the percentages are in there. Your schedule for what is due and when it is in here. This course is divided into modules, and every module gives you 7 days for it to be completed. And in all honesty, guys, this course, if you do all the work, you will notice that the most it will take you to complete all the work in 1 week is anywhere from 3 to 4 hours if you organize things diligently, and sometimes even less. I mean, that's actually completing the discussion forums, completing the classwork assignments, and any assessments you may have that week, because that's pretty much what you have to do on a weekly basis. And it is asynchronous, so that means you can complete these assignments any time within that 7-day period. Let's go over the modules. So let's go and jump here, modules. And I will tell you how everything works. You see, this is the orientation module. That's where all the introductory information is. But let's go to the first week module. They're labeled week 1. They tell you when it starts and when it ends. So the week or the modules for this course, they go from Sunday to Saturday. What that means is that all work in that module or assignments or assessments are always due Saturday by 11:59 p.m. every week all the way to the end of the course. 11:59 p.m. on Saturdays. It'll be better if you complete them before then, but you have until Saturdays 11:59 p.m. And you can actually complete them anytime during those 7 days. But you will see here on week number 1, there is the attendance required activity, which is the introducing yourself to your classmates. And then I remind you of that email that I would like for you to submit prior to May 13, which is next week. Those are the notes for the concepts you need to learn for this module. There will always be those are PowerPoint presentations, and they summarize the concepts that you need to learn. For more specific details, of course, you have to go to the ebook. And if you still don't understand, then you shoot me an email, and I will gladly explain any concepts you will need clarification. The first assessment is quiz number 1. This quiz is very easy. All you have to do is click on it, open it, leave it open throughout the whole week if you need to. Go to your ebook, get the answers to the questions on the ebook. I would warn you though, the purpose of this course is to further develop your critical thinking skills. And what that means is that there are many of those questions which are not straightforward questions. You will have to put 2 and 2 together to get the correct answer to the question. Some of them are straightforward. Some of them you have to do a little bit of critical thinking, but you have the book available to help you do that. And you have a bunch of other resources that you can use. I don't mind. The bottom line and the important thing here is that you learn those concepts and that you further your critical thinking skills. Next week, that would be week 2, May 11 to May 17. You have 7 days. This is an asynchronous course, so any of those days are good to complete material. You can complete one of the assessments one day, the other one another day. This is an exam. Exams are a little bit different. Exams, once you click them open, there is a timer that goes on, and you will have 90 minutes, 1 hour and a half to complete the assessment. So it is like if you were taking an exam on a face-to-face setting. Excuse me. The difference is that if you forget one piece of information or two, you can quickly go to the electronic version of the book and find the answer to that question. I really don't mind, but do not attempt to answer every question as the timer is counting down by looking at the answers on the book, because you will run out of time. And it has happened to students in the past. So that is the warning. Do study, make sure that you learn those concepts, and then if you forget one or two, you can go ahead and look. You will have time to get those, but not every single answer to every single question. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you complete your assessments, whether it is a quiz or an exam, you complete your discussion forums. By the way, the weeks where you have exams, you do not have discussion forums. Since you have to study, I wanted to leave that time for you guys to prepare and complete the assignments. And if you do that, like I said, this course is student friendly. Is to make sure you guys we accomplish the purpose of you taking this class, which is of course learning biology, learning those biological concepts, but also exercising your critical thinking skills. Once again, I am Professor Febres. I am glad you joined my course. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to email me. I will be communicating with you via email and then posting announcements on the course. Please always read those, as they will give you details of what to do throughout the week, so that you guys stay always on top of all the material and you end up with a good grade. Once again, do not hesitate to email me back if you have any questions. Um, and let's go ahead and learn some biology. Thank you. Bye.